Hey, do you like being first with the news, right? You like to be kept up to speed. You like to have the news first, on the breaking news, right? How about opinions? You like hearing opinions, even if they're people you may or may not agree with, just to know what somebody really thinks. If any of that's interesting to you, listen, you're in the right place. We're about to make that possible for us to stay connected even closer. Stay tuned. Hey, this is Pastor Nate with On Mission Living. Listen, this is the very first, I'm so excited about this. This is the very first episode of news, updates, and opinions, right? Right now, you're probably thinking, as I probably was originally, we've already got some brand new blogs and vlogs, as they call it now, online on our onmissionliving.com website. What would be the reason for having another one? Listen, every vlog we've put together on site has a specific target, right? It's specifically the teaching, the biblical teaching through our ministry. It's specifically the mission side. So the projects and the missionaries we support around the world, the people we're partnering with around the world to spread the gospel, that's going to be on the missions vlog, right? Each one of these has a specific purpose. But none of them keep you up to speed. None of you, other than on those particular targets. Nothing that gives you a real clear indication, in my opinion. I kept wanting to find a way to connect with you, just keep you connected with us, those of you that are interested, and do it in a way that was non-invasive and yet real. Right? So that's what we did. We came up with this idea to create an updates, right? Just an updates vlog. It basically will be news, updates, and opinions, right? And it's just exactly like it says in the name. Disclaimer, right? This particular vlog is not for everybody, right? It's not going to be suitable for everybody. And I'll explain. There's 3 reasons quickly that I want to share with you that will explain kind of why I say that. Number 1 is Cheryl and I and the Jackson clan, okay? We are real people, right? We're living a real life. We're not flawless religious folks that are putting on a front. We're very, very serious about what we do for the Lord. We're serious about living a life on mission for Christ. And if that's of interest to you, what that looks like up close, just following along with the updates in our life and the things that are happening in our lives, if that's of any interest to you at all, again, not anticipating that it is, but if it is, then this vlog is for you. You'll want to subscribe to this, right? And number 2 is if you find us trustworthy and honest, and I think you'll find us even a little bit crazy to be even more honest. And you're curious about the latest happenings on Mission Living. You're curious about the latest things that are going on in the ministry, the partnerships that are being formed, the posts that are being put out. If you're interested in any of that, then this vlog will be for you, right? This will be a good thing for you. It's everything's supported biblically, everything's supported on mission, right? So it's solid. But lastly, and this is something that really stirred me to do this to begin with, lastly is that I don't have any videos of my grandparents or my great-grandparents who did love the Lord and serve the Lord. I wished I did, right? I really wished I did. They lived in a different day. I have some black and white pictures in a lot of cases, a few colored pictures, but yeah, not many. And so I would give anything to be able to go back right now and watch them do life and keep me updated, right? Even if they're old updates now, I would love to be able to go back and learn from them and things that they shared in their life and who they were and what they were about. So with that in mind, listen, if the Lord tarries another 100 years, and I don't know that he will, to be really honest, I don't expect that he will. But if he does, and that's certainly up to him, if he does, then my grandkids, my great-grandkids, I got 12 grandkids right now, and I'm sure we'll have great-grandkids right around the corner. Listen, I don't think I'm ever going to be like their hero, but I think it's my responsibility to speak truth into their life. And part of that truth is not just a bunch of rules and religious rhetoric, right? It's about living life. It's about sharing life and having just a real glimpse at our life. So they know we were serious about Christ. They know we were serious about, we loved each other. We loved our kids. We loved their parents and grandparents. And as a result, that's what this is for. So it's not like I think it's going to be important to a lot of other people, but hopefully to my kids and grandkids and great-grandkids one day, if the Lord tarries, it will be something they can hold on to and look back on and find, take some joy. Because I know for sure it would be a joyful thing in my heart to be able to look back and hear fresh comments, real updates, real news, right, from my grandparents that I don't have access to. So that's the reason for this. That's why I want to do this. Those 3 things, and I guess the last one is a warning. I said 3, but there's really 4. There's really 4 reasons. The 4th one is a little bit edgy, right? That's why I said it's not suitable for everybody. And it's not an age thing. Okay, I wished it was, but it's not. It's a little bit edgy, and that is that I feel like we live in a time when, for too long, we've let the enemy have his way around us, and Christians have to sit by quietly. Now, I'm going to be first disclaimer, right? I read through the New Testament, and Paul, for instance, a good portion of his journey, we know that Nero, for instance, in Rome was the president, if you will. He was the power of the free world. Well, it wasn't free; it was kept by Rome. Nero was the guy, right? He was their president, if you will. He was their Caesar. He was a incredibly mentally unstable, crazy man on all fronts, right? Historically, we know this. And yet Paul writes all that he writes to the New Testament, writes 2/3 of the New Testament, and never mentions Nero by name, which tells me that when it comes to politics, when it comes to who's in charge, when it comes to whether it's talking about congressional or president or legal system or the Supreme Court, listen, I don't want to make that the subject. That's why On Mission Living is not going to have anything to do with that per se. But I promised you we would address the real issues. And I would tell you in our culture that is the case, right? We do live in a free land at the moment. We do have an opportunity to vote at the moment. We do have rights and privileges that I have grown up with, that my kids and grandkids have grown up with, are growing up with for now. But I would tell you that there's a place, right? It's wrong that everybody else in the world can voice their opinion except for a dedicated Christian, right? And as a pastor, it's even worse, right? I hear this all the time. I can't mention it from the pulpit. I can't mention it I don't run by anybody else's drum, really, honestly, but I hear that all the time, is that can't happen. We can't, and I don't ever intend to bring politics into the church. But listen, the Bible is clear on a lot of issues that we're dealing with all around us right now in mass proportions. So I would just tell you that when it comes to this vlog and the opinions we're going to give, some of them might even list things that sound political. But again, you don't have to agree with me. They are my opinion, right? They're our opinion. So collectively, I would just tell you, listen, if it offends you, please, here's the deal. Please I will not be offended if you choose not to subscribe to this vlog, right? I won't, I promise. All I would ask from you is that you not be offended if you listen and watch, and anything is discussed here that is opinion-based that you don't agree with, right? So the intention is to share it from the heart, not to be frivolous, and to share the things that I think are important in our culture and what's going on and where maybe Christians should stand, maybe a little stronger, again, in love, with grace, but stand, right? So in our culture, we've pushed us all the way to the other side, which is you can't stand at all because if you do, you're intolerant. If you can't stand at all because if you do, you're a hater. You don't love people because they disagree with you. That is completely false. That is not biblical. And we want to try to dispel that. So that's the purpose. That's number 4 and the last one for the reasons I want to do this vlog. It is to provide a platform where we can share our opinions on the things that are freshest around us, right? The things that are most urgent around us that Christians should be paying attention to. And again, make your own decision, but I'm going to share with you mine. I'm going to share with you the things that we've decided and prayerfully decided and choose to stand for and with. And you can do the same, right? You're welcome to comment, whatever you choose. I just make it as non-ugly as possible, right? So what to expect, you're going to get news, updates, opinions, like we already said, from the Jackson family, from On Mission Living and the ministries, from our mission projects, from our mission partners. There'll be updates and news on them. Pendleton Church of God, right, where I currently pastor. Again, it's very personal to us. It's where we minister full time. And so when there's things going on, I'll be sharing some of those things, the highlights of those as well. And any new partnerships, and there are literally, as I'm speaking right now, there are other people that are prayerfully considering partnering with us, right, with On Mission Living. And the reason is because there's a handful of us out there that realize time is running short, right? And because of that, we feel very burdened and very much all in to being a disciple, making disciple, right? And this is part of this. This is part of living on mission. So you're going to get all of that. What to expect, all of that in one vlog, right? A weekly post. What to do if it's for you. If you haven't already decided no, if you want to kick the tire and see, test drive this thing. Here's what I'd ask you to do. Go to our onmissionliving.com, onmissionliving.com, and go to any page there other than the home front page, right? The front page has no widget space, right? There's nothing on the side on the home page. Click any of the headers up above. Click any of the opportunities to the different pages, any one of them. And every one of them will have a right-hand side to the next page you see. And on that right-hand side, there will be an opportunity. It'll say subscribe to updates by email, right? That's it. Subscribe to updates by email. And when you do, if you'll subscribe and follow the couple simple steps, every time we post on this particular vlog on updates, you'll be notified by email. It's non-invasive. You don't have to make any other commitment. If you don't have to watch it because it's news or new to a new post. But if you choose to, it's there and it's there for you. So I hope you've enjoyed this so far. I'm going to literally jump right into the second one, but I wanted this one to be something that folks, if they were interested, they could click on it and see and be a part of this. So if you have found this helpful, if you found this valuable in this journey, I hope you'll subscribe. I hope you'll subscribe. Click the little notification bell down below. Again, any post we do online on our YouTube channel, you'll be notified if you do. And then in addition, if you're at all interested in the updates blog from us, I would encourage you to go to our website, onmissionliving.com. Click any page other than the home page, other than the first page you see, and on the right-hand side, you'll see an opportunity to subscribe to the updates blog, right? By email, and then we'll take care of it. That's it. So from that point, it'll be automatic, and every time we post, you'll know. So I hope it's been a blessing to you. Again, this whole thing is to be a blessing. It truly is. We all have more important things to do unless it's a blessing. If it's a blessing to you and it's helpful to you, then it was worth it all. So thank you for being there. Remember, as we always say, On Mission Living is not for the elite, it's not for the few, it's for you. Lord bless you.